If you're watching this, there's a good chance federal agents have already shown up asking questions. Your bank accounts have been frozen, or someone you know just got arrested, and now prosecutors are looking at you. Bank fraud is one of the most aggressively prosecuted federal crimes in the country. Under 18 U.S.C. Section 1344, a single count carries up to 30 years in federal prison and fines up to $1 million. And unlike most federal crimes that have a 5-year statute of limitations, bank fraud has a 10-year window. That means a loan application from a decade ago can still be the basis of indictment today. I'm Michael Lowe, a board-certified criminal defense attorney in Dallas, Texas, and I've been defending people against serious criminal charges since I opened my practice in 2003. Before that, I spent years as a Dallas felony prosecutor. I tried over 150 jury trials from the government side of the courtroom. I know how federal prosecutors build fraud cases. I know the pressure tactics they use during investigations, and I know where their cases have weaknesses that most defense attorneys never find. Here's what you need to understand about bank fraud charges. The government doesn't need to prove that a bank actually lost money. They only need to show that you knowingly participated in a scheme to defraud a financial institution or used false statements to obtain funds. That's a broad definition, and prosecutors use it aggressively. An exaggeration on a loan application, a misstatement on financial records, even relying on information someone else prepared for you can all be enough to trigger federal charges. Bank fraud takes many forms: check fraud, credit card fraud, loan application fraud, wire transfer fraud, identity theft, embezzlement, mortgage fraud. Federal prosecutors frequently stack conspiracy charges on top of the underlying fraud allegations, claiming multiple people worked together in a coordinated scheme. Each count carries its own potential sentence, and the number adds up fast. My job is to take apart the government's case piece by piece. I challenge the financial records they rely on. I question the assumptions they make about what you knew and what you intended. I look at whether constitutional rights were violated during the investigation, whether evidence was obtained illegally, and whether the government can actually prove every element of the crime beyond a reasonable doubt. In some cases, what prosecutors call fraud was actually an honest mistake. In others, the wrong person has been identified, and in many cases, evidence simply doesn't support the charges. Those are the openings I find and arguments I build. I've gotten bank fraud cases dismissed before in federal court. A bank fraud conviction doesn't just mean time in prison and fines. It creates a permanent criminal record that can cost you professional licenses in finance, banking, real estate, healthcare, or any other field. It can disqualify you from positions of financial trust and make future employment extremely difficult. The consequences reach into every part of your life. If you're under investigation or facing bank fraud charges in Dallas, time matters. The earlier I get involved, the more options are available to protect your freedom. I offer a free consultation to evaluate your case and explain your defense options. Call my office at 214-526-1900. That's 214-526-1900. Don't talk to federal agents without a lawyer. Call me first.